Radio check. Morning, guys. Welcome to another stream, and with me, Peter Crow. So, my name's Peter Crow. I have been trading since 2019. I trade live on YouTube every day from 8 a.m. and I trade gold, NAS 100 and EURUSD. My stats are all tracked, so every trade I take comes onto this logbook. These trades are based off a 50k account. 50k funded account. Okay, so all my trades are based around prop firms, even staying within the consistency rules. And if you took every trade with us on stream, these are the numbers you would have been hitting with a 50k account. Okay, so absolutely smashing it on stream. So I'm very keen. I've been on all week. However, I've just said I'm on every day, right? Obviously, there's times where I'm not on. This month has been horrendous, right? However, I mean, if you look at what we've took this month and last month since the start of the war, I won't lie, it's been tricky. But we're still in the profit. We've had 100% win rate, monthly win rate so far. Okay? So hopefully, let's see what it's going to give us today. So we're going to do a full top-down analysis. So grab your brew. Good morning, baby bell. Grab your brew. Get the charts out. Let's go. Baby, are you watching me? Hello, mate. How are you doing? Oh, Sapphire was on earlier. Right. I'm going to do a top-down on gold now, guys. Let's have a look. So, monthly. We closed heavily bearish on the monthly candle, right? Which doesn't really mean much until we get some structure. We haven't had any structure formed yet. Now, if you look at the previous monthly closes, so there's two closes there, and then we just completely fucked it off and just carried on pushing bullish. So until we get some sort of structure on the monthly, this actually means nothing. Okay. So we've got to come down the time frame. So we come down to the weekly. Now, what's been happening on the weekly? Now, we've had some gaps, loads of gaps, to be honest with you, and it's quite annoying. So we've had four bullish candles, and then we've had a bearish one, which hasn't closed yet, but we've had a massive gap, which really throws things off, really. So if we have a look at what levels we're in, so if we say we've got level here, and then my next weekly level is here. So I would probably say that's my two levels on the weekly. Now the issue we've got, I said this the other day, I don't actually think we can drive up without coming to tap this level first. And now I actually thought last week was going to do it with at least a bottom wick, but it hasn't happened yet. But I can also see a bearish close. I can actually see this weekly flipping. What the hell is this? What's happening here? Yeah, a massive gap there. Have we? Okay, so the weekly, again, the direction of travel, we're looking at going up to 5023. However, we haven't had a retest of this zone, so that worries me a bit. So it tells me that we could potentially get a fake out back to the downside, or a wick down there to then flip back up to the upside. But if we act upon what we see, we probably need to fill this at 5023. I'm just not sure we're going to get up there without retesting this level at 4404. But we'll have a look at the daily. So what's the daily telling us? So daily zones, we've got a level here at 4859. We've then got another level here, which we've got a random wick to the area, body of the candles, and we haven't closed below it yet. We're just respecting it, which is a bit of a nightmare because it tells us now that where can this daily go? Well, if this daily is closing respecting, we haven't broke below, we're technically still in this range. So we haven't broke out of this range as of yet. So what does that mean for us? Well, it means that we don't know what's going to happen here. This could end up being anything. Doji, bearish, bullish. anything can happen on the dailies at the moment. So we can't really use the dailies, okay? All we know is we create a minor support, we then broke out. Could we see the daily flip to the upside and create a fake out, which happens quite a lot? So could we see that? Could we see that today? I'm just not too sure. So the daily doesn't really help me, which is not ideal. Let's go to the 4 hours. What has the 4 done? Yeah, so the 4 hasn't broke out either. I'd say that's the next 4 hour range here. It's in the same areas. 4 broke below. 2 hours left of this 4. Can this 4 drive? Here. Go down the time frames. That's a 3 range. Got no top wick on the 3. Then the 2's closed bearish. We haven't had a bullish 2 close. 1 close bullish. Respect it. Is that a level? For me, the 1 range is, I would probably say something like that. Between there which we've tapped. So it's not ideal, guys. Not ideal. It's not the best at all. So when you come into this range, you can either reject from here, come back up. You tend to go through. It's not the nicest of areas at all. I don't really like gold, guys, which is a shame because, and this is the difficulty about trading. I haven't been on all week. This is literally the first day trading this week on a Friday, and it's not looking very good. So you've just got to be able to sit on your hands and not trade if it's not there. But I really don't like what's going on. The 4 can do anything at the moment. The daily can do anything. All the time frames can do anything. What's this hour going to do? 2. I think the 2 fits a bit better. A bit more so that's my 2 zone, but nothing else fits really. So what is this 2 doing? You're in the middle of the range. So if we're here between here and here, we are literally in the middle, which really doesn't help us. I think we might have to wait to see what the 4 is going to do. So I'm probably going to leave it until the 4 closes, which is in 10 o'clock. Okay. 10 o'clock. Good morning if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on TikTok and you want to see the charts I'm trading, then head over to YouTube. So, yeah, not really liking gold. We might come back to it, have a look at the 15s and maybe find some zones off the 15s. Let's have a quick look at that. But so basically, when you do a top-down analysis and you go down the time frames, if all of them are in line, then it's a higher probability trade. But if you're getting to the 1 hour or the 30 minutes and then your setups are lining up, but the higher time frames are not, then it's a less probability trade, obviously. Okay, so This is the issue you've got. Do you start trading if there's a setup on the 15-minute, but the higher time frames there's nothing there? Then it's obviously a lot less probable that it's going to play out. So 30 can do anything, 15 can still do anything. We didn't even break out to the downside. What can the 1 do? See, the 1 could flip. I'm going to have to wait for this 1 to close. I'm not really liking that. Like, let's have a look at NAS. I know NAS is in an awful place. I mean, it's all-time highs. So monthly, weekly, daily. We actually closed bearish. Got no bottom wick on this daily. 4-hour closed bearish. Back into the area. Could we see a flip on this 4-hour? If we are going to flip on this 4, we do have an advantage point. We didn't get a 50% wick fill on this bearish candle. So if we do flip, it's highly probable we're going to come and tap this. But we might not flip. We might not flip. But if we do, could we catch it? Got no top wick. 2 closed. Bullish. 1 on the left of it. We didn't even break the high. Why didn't we break the high? I think for me, we'd need to break the high once before coming down. I don't like NAS either, guys. Not very good. Let's have a look at EU. See what we've got on EU. Okay, so we know the weekly's bearish. We've now broke the high, which is nice. Then we've closed bearish on the weekly. Could we see a flip on this weekly candle? Now it's Friday. Is there enough time for this weekly to flip? And if it is going to flip, where's it going to go? Well, if it does flip, I would imagine you're going to break this low at least. Oh, sorry, that's a monthly bloody candle. So the monthly could start dropping. What's happening with the weekly? So the weekly's bearish. Yeah, we're free falling. We are free falling down to, yeah. But if you look how it trickles down, look at that, it just trickles down. It doesn't sort of drive as such. These are daily candles. So if you look at our daily, I mean, what could happen today? I mean, you could just get a small daily. You might not drive much. We haven't had much of a top wick. So that doesn't really help us. Do you know what it is? I just want this month all the way, I think. That's why I haven't traded much. I just haven't liked how the markets have been. Okay, then we had a breakout. You've got a level. Could we see a tap of this? So all I know is the dailies. When the dailies close below this level, drive through. This one didn't. That was coming back up. This one did, but after rejection of this, this is quite a significant level. This. I know we didn't do it here, but we could see rejection from 11658. So if we pop down there today, could we take the wing back buy? Or are we more inclined for the sellers? Let's have a look at the day before. Good morning, guys. We're on YouTube. $15s. Not liking that. 15 closed, respecting. It's at that level now. Did we break a low? If we close bullish on this 15, be the 1 hour close, and the 2 hasn't closed back into the range though. But you would have had a fake out as such, where you create a man support, then you broke out, and then you faked out back in bottom wick to drive up. But that's in 2 hours time. So that means you probably can't take this 1 hour. If this 1 hour closes bullish, it means the next one can just drive down, and that's the 2 continuing. So you would need to wait for the 2 hour close. It's in 2 hours, which is not ideal. Because I want to do some sunbathing today. We've got the sun's out. Finally, the sun's out in Wales. But I mean, EU doesn't even look that nice. Yes, we should be free falling down. But if you look at these when you broke below, so we broke below this level of 11709. Okay. Closed. And then look at the next one. It comes back up for a top wick. We haven't had a top wick yet. So, and these are daily candles. So we're thinking, okay, yes, we're free falling down. But we haven't had a top wick. So we technically could take buys up as well. But what would we see in order for the buys to up? Well, you'd probably see a fake out to the downside. And then a fake out back to the upside. And then obviously a push. So, that being, if we could get the 1 hour to close bullish, I think the 2 though, because the 2 is actually bearish. So if we had the 2 hour bullish close, then a bottom wick, then the push. Look left a minute. Because from this level, we could actually reject all the way back to 1.17, which makes sense for the daily to give it top wick. But then again, we didn't do it here. What level is this? This is more of a 2. We haven't even filled it. But this is what I'm on about with this. So basically, I would take this wing back buy, right? As long as the 2s stay respecting this level. So if we look at where price is respecting these levels, tap, pull back, and then goes. As we're still respecting. So you could take it, this one you wouldn't take. Take, close below. So I'm just not sure what's going to happen, but if this 2, it's got an hour and 42 minutes left of it, can pop down and tap 1.1658 and then flip to the upside, I would take it. But here's the thing, what normally happens is price will tend to push first and then flip, where we flipped already. You know, we bullish, we're looking bullish, we're looking to break the high. Another one. Another one. I do like this wing back area. Even when you drive down, you tend to reject from here. But I'm just not sure we're going to get activated. That's the thing. So I think that's what I would look at. I just can't see it popping out though. What would the 4 look like then? I don't know whether I like it, guys. I don't think it's enough for me. Was respected. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice rejection area, but you can also drive straight through. I think this wing back is on as long as the 2 doesn't close below. So if the 2 doesn't close below this level, but we pop out, then yeah, I would take it. And if the 2 close below, what tends to happen is even if you drive down, the 2 will close below here before hitting stops. It'll close something like that, and that'll give you a sign to get out. So I would potentially take that. And what is this? It just stops. Sometimes we pop straight through. So I look straight through, tap, pull back, tap, pull back, tap, pull back. Tap, pull back, tap, pull back, tap, pull back, tap, pull back. This one, so the 2 close there, so that would be a sign to delete, because even though it drove straight through, you would delete because that 2 closed below that level. So tap, pull back, and then this one, nothing you can do with this, but yeah, that stopped you out. Same again, tap, pull back, but you'd look to get out because the 2 goes bullish. Delete. You would delete because the 2. So it looks like we would have to get activated. I just think because sometimes you can close below there and then reject. Okay, yeah, I mean, this closed right down here. Now, does the daily need to flip? Is the question. If we have a look at the higher time frame, the daily hasn't tapped this level, has it? I mean, it doesn't have to. It's technically free falling down. But when we break below, we tend to pull back, it looks like. Yeah, we do. But can we tap that level first? That's the question. I'm just not sure. We're setting a alert, guys. We're setting an alert. We might have a trade at 1.16. It might not happen straight away though. Tell you what though, could we take the cells down? If it's going to happen, this 2 is probably going to do it. So if this 15 closes doji, why would it close doji? It's going to close bullish. Close bearish, 2 is good. The 2 closes bullish. It's not these levels. I don't think we've ever. Don't know. I'm not really keen, guys. Really keen. I'm gonna have a look at gold again. I'm gonna set me alert here though. This is potentially on, but I need to see how it moves. When it comes through these areas, I need to see how it moves. And like, well, what's the 15? And on the 15, I'll have to see like a pushing candle with no top or bottom wick on the previous ones. And then I'll look to sort of take it. But let's go back to gold and see if we can do a bit of scalping on gold. So I'm gonna do this again. So we know the monthly can do anything. We know the weekly can still do anything, and we've had a gap there. So we closed here. Then we've opened up here, top wick, and then we flipped bearish. Weekly, daily. We had a minor support level here. Then we had a breakout. What tends to happen with gold a lot, the next candle then breaks out back up. But I'm just not sure we're going to get that now because actually, yeah, we could actually still get that. So if we are going to get that daily to flip, you would imagine it would happen at a support level, which we technically are at now, which is nice. So could we see this daily flip? The downside to it is I don't like how this is not closed at the support level. We've sort of got a gap where the daily can squeeze into there. We could have a small daily bearish close. So that means the daily can technically do anything still. Then we come down to the 4. What's the 4 we're doing? So we've got a level. Let's say here. If we get a bullish forward close, and then I can get a steep bottom wick, I might be interested in taking buys. The daily flip, but the daily would have to flip back up. The forward ranges are all over the place. It's not very nice on the 4. The 3 closed bullish, but the 3 is not. That's a better range on the 3. That's like my 3 range. Is this 3 gonna flip to the upside? There's an hour and a half left of it. Do we need to retest this level? We haven't had a bullish close yet. So basically, this too can flip to the downside, right? At any point. There's still another hour left of it. So, for example, we could get teased in with this hour. This hour closes bullish. And then the next one just does that. And that's the 2 flipping to the downside, which it's happened here quite a lot. So, what I am interested in is if this 2 comes and taps this level here, right? If it does, it's unlikely, but if it does, fantastic. If we can tap this level on this 2-hour candle, that means I would have had a decent pushing candle, so we might get a tap and then a pull away for the 1 to flip. So that means if this 1 can pop up and tap, and then the next one we get this drop. So yeah, I think I'd be interested in that, in a wing back buy. Sorry, wing back sell. Stops would just be the high, If you go above that, you're not interested. You're just expecting a tap and a pullback. That's what I'd be interested in. I mean, look at this one though. I don't like this. This comes all the way up to 4733. So could we get that? Yeah, we could potentially, which is not ideal. Now we haven't got much data to go. So maybe stops would have to be that. And if the 2 closes above, would you use the 2? Let's have a look what the lower time frames is like. All I know is we do seem to get rejection. It's just this is the only one we haven't. So obviously I don't like that one, but we could go off if the 1 closes above. If the 1 closes above, the 1 closes above here, we'll look to manage risk. But yeah, I think I'd take this, guys. To be honest with you. Just stops it. Just don't want to go any bigger. And this is if the 2 is going to flip. That's it, really. The 2 and the 4 is going to flip, because where's the next 2 and 4 range? So the next 2 and 4 range is here. Minimum. 2 comes down to tap that level. But we obviously know we can drive further if we want to. The next level from there is that level. So we've got a potential. We took a sell here. 2.5 to 1. 2.5 to 1. That's as long as the 2 is going to flip. Sorry, the 4 is going to flip. Is the 4 going to flip? Guys, like, why did we close bullish there? Why did we close bullish and then close bearish? Because what tends to happen a lot on gold is it creates a little structure like this where you're bearish, then you print bullish, and then it's created a bit of structure, then you'll fake out to the downside, and then you'll fake out back up. That's what happens a lot. So I'm just cautious that if this 4 wants to drive, is it going to come straight through? But we've technically had a breakout to the downside. This is a minor support level where we can reject from. The rest all seem to come through to 4620. We haven't hit that yet. So if we can just get a pullback on the 4 to tap and then reject, fantastic. But we know on the 1s, the 1s can tap, and if the 1 closes above, that would probably be our sign to get out. So that's what we could look at. We've now broke a low though, so we do sort of have liquidity to come back up if we need to break some of these highs. But if you look what happened previously, we've had a nice liquidity grab again. We broke the highs 3 times now without breaking any low. So I can actually see this being the liquidity to drive down now, this one. So I think this could be the move. And if the weekly is going to stay bearish, where can the weekly close come? Well, the weekly could come all the way back down to 4512. However, we're on Friday, the last day. So could we see a daily candle, this daily today, look maybe like that? Yeah, I don't see why not. Don't see why not. I think that's what I'll be after, guys. So I'm going to be taking a wing back sell from here. Back sell. Potential second entry. If the one closes above, that's my sign to get out. Remember, this is, because the way the markets are at the minute, this is a higher risk trade, right? So it's not perfect. It's just because the higher time frames, we've got nothing lining up. So we're having to use the lower time frames as such. So you risk accordingly. And that's how you work out your risk, really. I don't do this, risking 1% on every trade I do. I don't do it like that. I work out the probability of the trade and then I decide what I want to risk on it. If it's a really, really high probability trade, then I'll risk more, up to 2% sometimes. If it's a really low probability trade, then I might decide not to take it, or I might fling $50 onto it. But it's got to be a high risk to reward. So we caught a 12 to 1, I think it was 2 months ago. And I only had low risk on it. I think $100 I was risking because it's such a high risk to reward. And that's what they don't teach you when you're learning Forex. They don't teach you that. They just say use the same risk every trade. It works for people, but it doesn't work for me though. So you can see my stats. Nothing's came on this logbook without being taken on stream. So every trade's got its own YouTube link. Okay, and this is based off of 50k prop firm accounts, even staying within the consistency rules. So if you took every trade with us on stream, this is the money you would have been making. Well, we've got a 100% win rate monthly at the moment. Now March and April hasn't been the best because of the war. It's just messed the markets up. And look how many trades I've took in April compared to January. It's just because it just hasn't been the best for me. And that's been really hard. Look at March as well since the war with Iran. So it's just, you've got to be disciplined to be able to sit on your hands and just wait. However, this I'm willing to take. So we'll see. Because even if we drive up, I'm not sure the daily could still tap, pull back, so we still grab some pips there, or maybe go risk free. And if you want to drive and break the high again, it is what it is. But I'm looking at something more like these. Tap, reject. This is what I'm after, this basically, because if the 2 is going to flip and the 4 is going to flip, then the 1 can print bullish and then the next one can just print bearish back below this level, and that's the 4 and the 2 flipped. So can we pop up? We got a 30-minute bullish close with no top wick. Same as 15's got no top wick. Sorry if I missed your comments, guys. I'm not really clued up on TikTok. It's not go live, that's it. Welcome if you're on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'm taking a giveaway instant funded account at 100 subscribers. To one of the subscribers. It'll be a decent size account as well. Took a while, like. These are all brand new social media channels, guys. Right. What are you doing? 20 minutes left to go. See, I potentially could have took this 15. After this 15 closed, you'd probably think, okay, well, you need to break this high now. So there's your advantage point. But we just didn't see that. It's going to be interesting what this hour does, really. Now, if this hour close is bullish, what does that mean for the wingbacks? Is it still on? Potentially. But we came down, we checked. I mean, we could just be messing about today. Okay, while we wait, let's have a quick look at Ethereum. XRP. Let's see what XRP is doing. $1.43. How's the weekly look? Weekly's looking lovely. Got a weekly close, no bottom wick. So this is what I marked up, right? Back in this area. This is what I can see happening with XRP. Is we couldn't, when we were bouncing off this level, 1.78, we couldn't drive up all-time highs again without breaking the low at least one more time. So, and that's exactly what's happened, right? That's exactly what's happened. Break the lows. Now it's a case, once we come back into this area, I think we'll consolidate again and then we'll go. However, this might not be the low. We might need to retest 77 cent and I will be bagging up once we tap 77 cent. Absolutely stacking up. Yeah, I'm not sure though, the way we're holding this level, I think everything's just lining up ready for it. And once it goes, it is gonna go. Oil, the war completely fucked up my analysis on oil, so I swing trade oil. And when the war happened, this happened. It completely fucked my analysis up, so I need that to settle down before I look at it again. But we did have this sort of wedge going into this wedge, and I was expecting a breakout. What I wanted was, we had a wing back buy from here with this bottom wick, but it didn't drop enough for us. So we were looking at a break, a retest. That's when we're looking at buying to come up. But fucked us, motherfucker. NAS, nothing on NAS. EU looks okay, but that's not even that nice either. It's a shame because this is the only day I've traded this week because I've been so busy. But then I've come on and it just hasn't been the best. It's not been the best. So EURUSD is the same. It's just a case of, can this owlie get up here? That's what I'm after really. The thing I don't like though, if we look at candles where the 2's rejected from here, how high can I go? Well, if we look left, you've got one here where this came all the way and smashed stops. That's what I'm saying. This is not the best of trades because of what price is doing at the moment. This one came all the way up to here. We sort of missed the move up. We can really do with that. What are you doing, Goldie? Goldie, Goldie. Come on. 15 close. No bottom wick. Can we see a pop? This is the 30. I will be taking this, guys, right? I won't risk much. Won't be risking much. 4728. Don't take this, guys, if you don't like it, because it's not the best of trades. It's not the best of trades, right? Okay. I don't know if this 15 can pop up though. Might just be driving. So we ideally want these 15s to stay respecting this level. Okay, so we ideally need the 15s to still respect this level. So if this 15 can pop, tap, then close respecting, a bit like what's happened here. Sorry, here. 15 up, tap, closes bearish, and then we start to come down. I mean, the 15 can actually close out, I suppose. Okay, maybe this one. That's where, as long as the 15s can close respecting that, I think we should be good. If the 15 closes above, we could maybe look at managing risk. As for stops, yeah, I've got my stop up here because I would like a second. You can easily pop up through to this level and reject. So my stops are here now. Yes, you could have tighter stops and go off the rejection straight away for the pullback if you want to. See, it's all on the 2, whether the 2 is going to flip. If the 2 is going to flip, that means the next one will drive down. If the one closes like this, it means we're back bullish. This would be my risk-free area. That's my risk-free area. Okay, let's go. Morning. Oh, we're popping. Come on, 50. Where is a what's this 4 going to do? This is what's going to be interesting. I don't like how the 4 can, but this is coming up. So this is the difference. Coming up, coming down. 4 pops up to here. So I'm just not sure you're going to get that. I think maybe a pullback to continue with the weekly and the daily. Because if we trust the daily and the weekly, what's the daily going to do? It's going to be interesting. Is the daily coming up for a steeper top wick, or is the daily going to absolutely 3 has flipped back bullish now. We haven't got any data. We've never done this on the 3. So 3 doesn't help us. 2, 1, 15. I would have preferred the buys up, but I don't think we're gonna get it. Friday fight night. Here we go. Come on, let's get a pop. Pop, pop. So the 1's going to close very shortly. Now, for this 1 to close like that, what does it mean? What does it mean? We've now broke a high. I don't think it means much. We can still drive down with the next 1 because the 2 can still flip at any point. But you can also drive up. So this is the issue we're having. Unfortunately. There's sunbathing today, I think. Come on, pop up. scalp going on though. It's nothing at the moment. My stomach's going crazy here. Come on, come on. It's lovely how we've got no bottom wick here. So this is a good reason to come back. We didn't break a low. So this didn't break this low, but I'm not sure whether this was the liquidity grab pullback to carry on. So yeah, we might still have liquidity to drive up. But if the 4 is going to flip and the daily is going to stay bearish to keep pushing down on the bigger picture, yeah, I can see his popping, breaking these lows. So if we can catch it, now we're left to this 4. Where could this 4 end up? Where can this 4 end up? Yeah, I'm happy to take that. Daily. Right, I'm just going to put a limit order on. Ready? What's going on with the bloody... Okay, stand by, guys, stand by. Stand by, can we tap it? Come on, this is a lovely pushing candle on the 15. I just hope that they'll allow me to put another trade on if we push. Come on, nearly there. And if the 1 closes above, that's where I look to manage risk. I mean, what is this 1 close doing? Close. Ooh. That's a big 1 close. Means the next one can... Still got another 2 hours. The 2 hour hasn't closed above yet. Okay, there's the 1. How the hell is that 1 closed? I don't like where that 1's closed. Yes, we could get this. I think if anything, I would take the second one. I don't think I'm going to take this first one, guys. Tell you what, if I can get a pullback, I'll be back in a second. If I can get a pullback, we might have a buy stop above. If I can get a pullback to here, I'll have a buy stop above. And then the way that one's closed, I'm not going to take this, but I would take this. Oh yeah. Time frames 15. So I had a close bullish. We'll retest this zone. If we flip now, there's nowhere else to go. We're gonna have to tap these levels. Okay, this is not for me now. The way that one's closed. However, I'm gonna have a buy stop above the one. Stops are just going to be the low of this candle. If this 15 does flip now, it's highly likely it's going to have to tap the next level. 468, 6, 8, 6. But remember, the 2 can flip to the downside at any point. But if the 2 is going to flip, if this 2 is going to flip, then I would imagine that this 1 would just continue down. Okay. But, so I've got a buy stop above. This is now, it has to be my go risk free. Because we can tap that and just reject. Okay. So I have got a buy stop on. Yeah. Can we flip? Oh, look at the 5. That's naughty. Oh, what are we doing today? What are we doing, gold? Yeah, this 15 would have to flip though. Would have to flip. But we could see a straight pop up, straight through to 4719. Yeah, 4719. Where you could potentially take a sell. Could actually see 4685 tap. Cool. Do we take that? Look, it's taking the advantage point away for the downside. So, I mean, this is good. If you take that away and you do flip, you could potentially take wing back buy here, but here's the thing, if the 15 closes back below there, you're looking at... No, you wouldn't, because the one's closed. You'd need a one bearish close now. The way that one's closed, you'd need a one bearish close. So that's what we've got. I've got a buy stop above. I'll be going risk free fairly quickly. I'm expecting, if we do flip, a drive straight up if we're correct. Okay, drive straight up. Can we get on the 15? Yes, we can. Yeah, I'm looking for a straight pop up, really. That's where I could take partial. It's just getting past this bit here, that's the only... What is this here? Then we drop and then we come through. Guys, I will be back in a minute. Okay, but yes, we've got a buy stop above, and I'm looking at selling from 4718. Be back next sec. I'll be out in a bit. How are we looking? So, 15. Look at the 15. What are you doing, 15? Okay, so. What does that mean? What are you doing, 15? Oh. Yeah, I'll do it now. Okay. So 15's closed bearish. 30. Do we hold us? See, we could get activated and took down. That's what. Ah, what to do? What to do? This 15. What are you doing? I'm just a bit cautious. This 15 could easily come up, tap, and then flip. But the one has broke out, so it's like, what's the one gonna do? So I think I'm happy with the risk, guys. I'm gonna keep mine on. Let's see if this one can flip. We probably need another 15-minute bullish close. I'll tell you what, if this 15 closes bullish without activating, and I get a bottom wick first, and we take this no bottom wick, I'll move the buy stop above this 15 for the flip. The one's thrown us off, hasn't it? See, the only time we've rejected from here, only time I've ever rejected from here, was here, 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 here. This comes back up to here. This one comes right up. This one comes right up. And this one does. So yeah, I would imagine maybe a flip on this. But how steep's this bottom wick? Because this 1 hour can still have a decent bottom wick. We could get caught out with a 15. Is it worth it? Do we wait for the 15-minute close? What I'm saying is this 15 could easily come up, break the highs, and then flip. Difficult. This whole month has been a nightmare. This whole month and last month's been a bit dreadful. We're still up, mind. I mean, we've had 100% win rate every month. We've been in profit every month. But the last 2 months has been the worst with the markets. We need a nice 5 bullish close. Might even have a swoop entry on here. Tell you what, if this 5 closes like this, I get a steep bottom wick. Come on. Get up there. Can we drive straight up? We might get activated. I don't like this pushing candle, mind. This is what's a bit... This wingback sell which we originally had on, if this 15 comes and taps, you could easily flip with this 15. So it's like... I'm happy to keep this on though for the buys. I will go risk free. So I don't want to get activated on this 5 though. There's a 5. Nice steep bottom wick would be lovely. See, this would just be the 30 and the 1 flipping. Now, if the 30 closes bearish back below, I'll probably look to get out. But can this 30? It's just the 15 I don't like. But the 15 hasn't broke back in. That's the thing. So the 15's just closed respecting still. Oh, well, we have to do it in. Okay, I'm in. My stop's only tight. I'm only low risk on it, guys, but we are in nonetheless. 7. So I'm in for buys on this. Now I have got go risk free around this zone, but I might have to give it a bit of breathing space. So our go risk free might have to be this level. There we go. There we go. Come on. Because this 15 can flip to the downside at any point. Okay, we're up $40 at the minute. What we really need, we really need a bullish 15 close. Right? Because at any point this 15 can flip to the downside. But we really need a bullish 15 close. Now this is that wingback area what I mentioned. So we've just tapped it. So we could reject from here. This is what I'm saying. We could reject from here. I hope we don't. We could. It's all about the 15. It's all about the 15 basically. And the 30. 30's got 7 minutes left to close. So ideally we don't want the 30 to close below that. So we just need a bullish 15 close. Come on, come on. This is what I was saying. This is why I was saying don't put it on if you don't like the look of it. Because this 15 can easily come up, break the high, and then flip to the downside. Right? But if we're going off the higher time frame, then the 1 technically could flip. But why did we close bearish on the 15? That's the question. That's the question. So as long as we get a 15 bullish close, and then the new 15 bottom wick, and then a flip to come up. Oh, don't like that 5, guys. See if this 5 can stay respected this level. Actually, the 5 could actually come to this. As long as the 5 doesn't close below that, I'll be happy. If the 5 close below here, I'd look to manage risk. Come on, get up there. And this 5 pop. Another bullish 5 close there. This might take partial area, guys. That's a close, right? A 5 close. I mean, we're still respecting mine. I'm trying to see if I can get another entry on, but oh, I don't think it's worth it because the 15 can flip to the downside at any point, really. The 15 hadn't closed back into the range, you see, so we're still respecting this level. I'm just worried a bit about stops. It might be worth just to adjust now it stops a tad. To that, which I don't like adjusting stops, but if this 15 closes bullish, the next 15 is likely going to come down for that no bottom wick and then a flip. So I think a little adjustment. 15s. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's what I've got here. So we need a 15 close back above this level, basically, right? If we can get a 15 close back above here, fantastic. Yeah. Not today, Cindy, not today. So this will be the 30 closing respecting. One closed, 2. So the 2 can still flip at any point, remember? Okay. 30 minutes left for the 3. There's 32 minutes left of the 4. So if this 4 is going to fake out, it's going to have to be the next 30. What does it? If this 4 is going to fake out and end up like that, the next 30's got to do it, basically. Or that's not going to happen on the 4. And that means we're going to get caught out. So it's all literally on this next 30. Come on, 15, close back above. Should have waited for the bullish 15. Naughty bugger. Naughty. 5. Look at that 5 now. Okay, guys. I'm going to have another entry. I'm in again. Another entry. Same stops. 5's got no top wick. We are hitting a level where the 5 can reject from. So let's see what happens here. So I am in for another entry here. We've got 2 entries on this. Now, if you don't like it and you've took another entry, your sweet spot's going to be about there. So you can actually get out of both trades around that level. Okay, so that's our sweet spot. But this 15 is going to be key. 30 seconds. Back into the range. Come on. What is the next 30 going to do? I don't like that 30, guys. We did close bullish, but all over the place. And this is why I'm low risk. It's all over the fucking place. The one hasn't closed yet. So the one can still flip to the upside. And then we've got contradiction on the two. The two can still flip to the downside. There's 30 minutes left of it. So it's like, what is this 30 going to do? This is going to be the deciding 30. It's either going to drive down or drive up. So that's what we've got. Can we flip? What we could do is, if we do get to the sweet spot, we could get out and wait for another 15-minute close above. But if we're going to drive, I'd imagine we're just going to drive. What's quite annoying is I originally had this win back for me, didn't I? And I would have tapped it. Lovely. Rejected. What did I have it there? I think it was about here, wasn't it? It's here. Yeah, we literally just tapped it. Tapped it, dropped. Typical. Typical. Come on. Five's got no bottom top wick. This five's got no top wick. The 5 hasn't broke back to the downside as of yet. You've got another minor level here. Is it here? Yeah. Got another level here. So the 5 technically hasn't broke out yet. Can we see a flip? Not looking good. Not looking good, guys. Flip back up, will ya? It's all on this 30, guys. It's either going to be, it's going to smash stops or it's going to smash TP on this 30-minute candle. So, and if we're not driving yet, I might need the 15 to close. So if this 15 closes like this, next 15 then straight back up. Be lovely. As long as we don't hit the stops. Come on, 15. Come on, come on. Come in. We're popping. We're not like driving. Looking good, guys. What a day. One day of trading this week. And the markets are like this. Disgusting. This is what the month's been. This month and last month since the Iran war has just been awful. Gold has just been doing higher high, higher low, and just propic. It's doing like 3 moves before the actual move. Been a nightmare. Absolute nightmare. Very difficult. However, we are still 100% profitable each month this year since September. So September we were up $500, October $1,700, November only $288, December $1,800, January $2,271, February $1,100, March $420, in April $330. This is based off one 50k account. Okay, now I've got more accounts than one. Now imagine if you've linked up 3 or 4 50k accounts. Imagine what the numbers would be like for you. So really good to have this record, but the last 2 months has been dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. Today's going to be lovely though. This is going to flip and drive up. Drive. This is going to flip and drive. Or the 15 might not flip, but the next 15 is going to go straight through, and that'll be the last 30. That will be the last 30, and then I'm going to call it. Oh, is the 15 coming back up here to flip? Oh, can we get a 5 bullish close? Well, 8 minutes. I tell you what, if we can get this 5 bullish close like this, fantastic. Nice. This 5 closes back in. That means we would add a little fake out to the downside on the 5. Remember, if you don't like the trade, you can get out around 469, 1 at break even. Okay. But I think that would be holding, guys. What we could do is, if we do pull back to this, we can move our stops tighter. Won't be a massive difference, but you shouldn't be coming back down to break that low. If you pull back to our sweet spot of 4691 and then you come back down and break the low, you are hitting stops, so you might as well. But yeah, this is nice. We're going into profit on the second trade. The 15's flipped back to the upside. Come on. 30, 20 minutes left. So we need a bullish 15 close, and then I would imagine the next 15 then Is the one what comes up. Oh, come on, 15. Come on, nice 5 bullish claws. Okay, there's the 5. The 5's closed back into the area, which is really good. Lovely 5 claws there. Got no bottom wick. Let's see what this 15 does now. No bottom wick on the 5, mind. It's a good card. Six RXBH. Penalty form plan. Come on, five. Five flipping bearish, guys. Okay, so we've had a bearish 5 close, but this is now the 15-minute close, and it closed not the most convincing, but we're still bullish. So yeah, I'm just holding, guys. Holding. I don't know. What was settings? You've hit the sweet spot. So if you don't like it, you can get out now. Okay, so we're back to break even technically on both trades. One, 4, 5, 7, 6. Touch the dots. Lovely 5 close that. What are you doing? So this is the 2 and the 4 closing. So if the 4 closes like this, what does that mean? It means the new 4 can easily come down and give us a steep bottom wick. Or is the new 4 just going to open up and pop? It's a lovely close on the 3. Not quite fill the range either, which is nice. Can we see a nice big pop? It's just the thing what could catch us out here is if the 2 closes like this, is you could get a bottom wick, tap, and then flip. That's it. I'm hoping we can pop up first. So, no top wick on the 5. Come back to that no top wick area now. Top wick up here. I want to move my stops to the low. It's only a little bit, but if you come and break that low again, there's no point. So stops are nice and tight. We might get caught out with the 2 week, guys. We've hardly got any volume, man. It's just messing about. Eesh. Right, let's do a bit of admin here while we wait. Fucking hell. Grand for a mobile, like, come on. Who does that? Who spends £1,000 on a phone? Stupid. I think you know about me, it's the principle of it. It's not about the money. It's the principle. Here's a new hour. Closed bearish, which I don't like. But this is the 2 and the 4. Can we get a pop? I'm hoping we get a straight pop up. I'm just not sure, guys. I'm not sure. Go on. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. What we doing? Guys, I think I'm going to leave you with this because this is there's hardly any volume here. I'm still happy with it. I will be going risk free though when we tap these levels. Yeah. So anyway, okay, guys. So I'm going to love yous and leave yous. I'll be back on Monday. We're in profit, $20 at the moment. I will probably take some pass around 4,700 mark. But other than that, this is all I've got going on. So have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Catch you later, guys. Boop.